welcome to another review. This time I've got the profile bot to my channel, Titan. So this Titan is definitely a lot more powerful than I wanted it to be. It was not supposed to be that good. I really thought it would be just kind of an okay bot, and it just impressed me over time. Now, at one point, it almost won championship in Season 2 until its frame pretty much gave out on it. And Titan did not look like this at all when I first built it. It did not have the self-rider in the back. Instead, how you would self-ride it, and I completely redesigned the bot for it. You would have to press down on the weapon on the ground, and it would hopefully, if all goes well, it could do that, or it would. See if I can get it happen. It would miraculously self-ride. It hurts really bad, and it just doesn't work all the time. And it would be really annoying. It would not work with how messed up the floor is right now. If you look, that floor is just obliterated. And it gets worse every day. Anyway, so Titan, these parts right here, it's actually so it doesn't get stuck on its side normally, which can happen. I know it can't be stuck on its back. That's one thing I've always wondered. Nope, it's top heavy, as it just did. Are you kidding me? But normally, it won't get stuck on its back. Unless it's like up against a wall or something where its self-rider would be able to take care of it. So its spinner is probably the fastest one I've built besides a few others. It's not the longest, but at the top speed, second it hits, it's powerful. Now Titan's biggest weakness is against full body spinners. Such as in Gigabyte, where Gigabyte's shell broke and it just rammed out of the arena. I don't know how that happened, but it did. And Storm Chaser, it actually exploited a weakness where it hit right here and sent Titan flying. Titan eventually did win, but it was an interesting battle. And for our first battle after a loss, that was something. So Titan probably has some of the biggest hits in my tournaments. It sent one across the battle box, which that was a hit. And pretty much disabled it. It ruined the bot. The flipper was broke and it was all messed up. Now, Titan does have, like, the least space between the weapon, as it does not move that much. But when it does, it helps to keep it somewhat balanced. And its weapon is the lowest weapon in the tournament. It barely misses the ground. In fact, if I go right here, it can touch sometimes, which is why it gets so messed up. I mean, it will touch after a minute. It's not good that. Now, Titan used to have some wedgelets right here, but I took them off because they didn't work well and they would always fall off. Also, Titan can get stuck on the floor now really easy, so, you know, that's never good. And its frame right here is like the weakest piece right here. This little gray one. As you can see, it's already starting to come off. It's probably going to have that problem for a while until I rebuild it, but I like how it is. As spinner-wise, it's hard to create another spinner to this because it's so low. It has to be pretty much identical. You know, Aftershock actually is the spinner that I wanted to do. That's why I built Aftershock, to have pretty much a Titan 2.0, only it does not do as good, which is really odd. I don't think I'm ever going to create another bot like this because it's just so ironic and just different. And it's probably one of the better vertical spinners that I've built. Also, Aftershock was actually the only bot that I built to look somewhat like Titan, spinner-wise, that failed miserably. It was decent, it won a few battles, but it does not win like it should. And Titan's self-rider is nowhere near any other self-rider I built. It's actually, if I would do it slow, it would never actually self-ride. It gets stuck like that. But if it's supposed to be like a momentum self-rider, so it would just carry the momentum over. Now this, if I were to build a real Battlebot, this would be the one I'd build in real life. It's very, very fun. I would love to see this thing just send someone across the battle box, if it would work how I want it to. The only thing about real life is that it would not look exactly like this. It'd probably have like Witch Doctor style wedges that go around and go somewhere around here to protect it. Also, I'd probably add a small wedge or something in the back that would protect it. Kind of how Lockjaw has it, but not that same shape. That would be probably the only changes I'd build if I would build this, that I'd make to it. You know, I'd have the self-rider the same, weapon the same. The weapon belts would actually go down into here. and then probably have like covers or something on them as internals. Is the internals for wheels and everything will be in here. So that's pretty much why it's like this, and I can't wait to see it fight more in Season 3, which will hopefully be happening soon. See you next time.